How to save your marriage. Hey guys, my name is Danny and I am your life and relationship coach. First and foremost, I wanted to take this time to say I am so sorry that you are currently in a situation where you feel as if you need to save your marriage. But I wanted to reassure you that you are not alone. This is a very common issue and we see it all the time. And I'm here to tell you that there is hope. There's absolute hope, but you have to be willing to put in the effort. This isn't going to be an overnight solution. This isn't going to be something that, fixes your relationship within a week. It's going to take time. It's going to take patience. It's going to take motivation, and it's going to take perseverance. But if you are willing to do all three of those things, I guarantee you that you can save your marriage. According to Vicki Larson, journalist and co-author of the new I Do, Reshaping Marriage for Skeptics, Realists, and Rebels, 6 out of every 10 are unhappily coupled, and 4 out of 10 are considering leaving their partner. If you are watching this video, you probably relate to that statistic. But as I said before, there is hope. You just have to commit. So, I would like to provide you with some tips, some pro tools, some steps that you can utilize to start to rebuild the foundation of your relationship and save your marriage. So without further ado, let's get right into the steps. Step number 1, don't be afraid. We see this all the time in relationships in which if there is an issue in the relationship and the relationship is starting to fall apart, people are afraid of losing their partner, and fear can be crippling. And the reality of the situation is that if you are afraid, then you will most likely make irrational decisions, which will lead to the marriage failing anyways. Don't be afraid. And I understand, I know that is easier said than done. But if you trust me on this, I promise you that you will be able to refocus and change your perception on the relationship. You will start to focus on yourself and building your own personal happiness, which in turn will make your partner happy. But you cannot be afraid to lose your partner. Step number 2, communication. Most of the time, I would probably actually say 9 times out of 10, when a marriage or a relationship starts to fail, it is also because there's been a breakdown in communication. Communication is key to any relationship. And in this step, in your current situation, your communication style should be clear and concise. You do not want to leave any room for confusion, for error, or for misunderstanding. Be concise in your questions to your partner. Be concise in your thought process. What are your needs? What are your partner's needs? What are your needs together? These are all questions and conversations that should be had. Now, if the breakdown in your communication is bad, and you guys don't know how to communicate with each other anymore, then my suggestion is to write it all down. Write down what you need. Write down how you feel. Write down what your expectations are for the relationship and present that to your partner. That at least is a first step in communicating. Step number 3, accountability. You have to hold yourself accountable for your part in the marriage falling apart. Now, I don't want to sit here and say it's your fault or your partner's fault, but at the end of the day, a relationship is a two-way street. It is a partnership. It is a team. So, as much as you may sit here and say, well, it's my partner's fault, they did this, they did that, take into consideration that your partner is probably feeling the same way. And at the end of the day, what you would want from your partner is for them to take responsibility for their actions. Therefore, the expectation is for you to take accountability for your own actions as well. Step number 4, space. Give your partner space. Now, I know this may seem counterintuitive. I know this may seem like it's not the right thing to do, because if you give your partner too much space, they may come to the conclusion that you're not the right one and your marriage will end or your relationship will end. But understand this: giving your partner space allows for the both of you to reflect. Number one. Number two, it also prevents your partner from feeling suffocated or feeling trapped. A lot of the times when we have issues in our relationship, we have a tendency of latching on and we become more predatorial. We want to pursue, we want to really kind of get our partner to stay closer, to understand what we're feeling. And in that process, what actually happens is that we push our partner further away. So give your partner space. Step number 5, reignite the spark. Now, I understand life happens, things get in the way, life responsibilities, work, kids, chores, errands. And what ends up happening, especially if you are in a long-term relationship, your priorities start to shift and things begin to change. And what actually ends up happening is that your relationship takes a back seat to all of these other things. But the problem in that is that because your relationship took a back seat, you are now in the situation where you are fighting for your marriage. Now, this could be a good thing because now you are refocused on your relationship and your marriage, and it's giving you a second chance to start anew and to rebuild maybe even a stronger marriage than you had before. But understand that you have to reignite the intimacy within your relationship. So start doing little things for your partner. If you guys have gotten to the place where your communication is better, where you guys are feeling a little bit more comfortable around each other and you don't feel like you're suffocating each other and things have started to improve, start with little gestures. Having a romantic dinner or setting a date maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, buying your partner little gifts, just anything to show your partner that you're committed, that you care for them, and that you love them, and you want to show them that they are a priority. Self-awareness is a huge part of saving your marriage. Understanding how you work, understanding your process, what makes you tick. If you want to learn more about that and you want to really truly understand your own emotions and how you process things and how it affects your life and your relationships, click on the private video below. If you connected to this content and you connected to this video, please make sure you like and subscribe below, comment below. Let me know what situation you're in, if you've been in a similar situation and what your experience was like. I would love to hear from you. Again, make sure you comment below, you like, you subscribe, and if you want to go further with it, please visit us on happilycommitted.com, where we have a multitude of different articles and blogs specifically on this subject and many other subjects. You can also book a one-on-one coaching on there with either myself or any of the amazing coaches that we have. And again, my name is Danny, and I'm your life and relationship coach. I hope you guys stay happy and healthy, and I'll see you guys later.